I don't care what y'all think about me because I know the real mother.
But he's not better than the private investigator, though.
Because
and we can,
you know
we
why?
can
We
all...
didn't have enough time to get it all. He ain't had enough time. This is 2 weeks investigating.
The 90-Day Fiancé star is currently making headlines for something crazy that happened on set. You won't believe it, but Angela actually punched the director. Yes, you read that right. So she's done it again, but this time she's taken things too far. Not a random bystander, not another member of the cast, the director herself.
Here you go
if you've been following Angela for any length of time, you know that she's no stranger to drama, her heated arguments with Michael, her constant yelling, and her unpredictable behavior. But this time, things went south on set. When the director attempted to intervene and defuse the situation, Angela lost it and punched out. Watch the video to see the full sequence, and by the end, you'll be shaking your head along with the rest of us.
You bitch.
You call me bitch,
Wow.
stupid ass.
Hey, Michael. Look who's here. That lying son of a... This ain't gonna be good.
I don't have nothing to do with this.
I hope not, Kim, because I have nothing wrong with you.
So keep me out of it.
It's not gonna be good, stupid ass.
Shut up. Here you go already.
Get out!
Shut
get
up.
out.
Shut
Stupid
up.
ass. You come
Shut
here and
up.
telling me that
Shut
it's not gonna be
up.
good. Who the you think is scared of you?
Things were already quite intense on set that day. If you have been following Angela on 90-Day Fiancé, you know that this isn't exactly a new thing. She was growing increasingly irate, yelling at the crew and snapping at other cast members. You know, classic Angela stuff. Angela's always been someone who runs hot, especially when things don't go her way. But that day, well, it was like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. Angela wasn't happy with how things were going, and when she gets upset, you can practically feel the temperature rise in the room. She was arguing with Michael like usual and throwing insults left and right. It wasn't just the cast, though. Angela even started barking orders at the crew, telling them to hurry up to change things around, basically. Anything to get what she wanted. You could see the frustration all over her face. Now the director, probably used to dealing with high-maintenance reality stars, decided it was time to step in. He tried to calm things down by approaching Angela in a way that was professional, but firm. According to sources, he said, "Angela, we need to get back to work. Let's settle this down." But nope, Angela was not having it, and the director stepping in made her even more angry. You know how some people just get set off by being told to calm down. That was how Angela looked at that moment. Now the director was doing everything they could to de-escalate the situation, and Angela kept pushing back, getting louder, more aggressive, and more in your face. The crew was already on edge, not knowing what she would do next. And then it happened, the moment nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, boom, Angela throws a punch at the director. Can you believe it? Right there in front of everyone on set, the whole place went silent for a second. Like, did that really just happen? People were stunned. I mean, you expect drama on a reality show, but this was way beyond the typical Angela blow-up. Even for someone as unpredictable as Angela, no one thought she would actually lay hands on the person in charge of the show. It was a quick event too. The director took the hit, and honestly, it was a miracle he didn't retaliate. He was looking professional, keeping his cool, even after being punched. Meanwhile, the rest of the cast members' jaws were on the floor. No one knew what to do at first. The cast and crew just stood there frozen, probably thinking, is this real life right now? And of course, right after that punch, everything started going out of control. The other people, as calmly as they could, call for security. This wasn't the first time Angela had gotten out of hand, but a physical attack, that's something that could not be ignored, so security had to get involved immediately. And you know, Angela, she wasn't going down quietly when security showed up. Instead of backing down, Angela amped up the chaos. She starts yelling at them too, screaming, "You can't kick me out," and refusing to leave the set. I mean, it was getting out of control fast. At this point, you can imagine the crew looking around like, what are we supposed to do here? Security, though, had no choice but to handle it. So things got physical. Security had to escort her off the set, and it wasn't pretty. Angela was yelling at the top of her lungs the whole way, screaming about how unfair it was, throwing insults, and just going off on anyone within earshot. The whole thing was a mess. Everyone on set was just standing there watching this meltdown, unsure of what to do next. Angela wasn't just making a scene, she was blowing up in the most dramatic way possible.
Did you tell my daughters all women are stupid?
So what do you expect me to even now? So what is it?
Let me tell you something. You better get your ass and get your...
said
You
my
want to get
opinion.
duck up. Duck up.
Within a few hours of the incident, social media was ablaze with reactions from fans on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. One person wrote, "This is what happens when you make stupid famous enough already get rid of her, not reward her." Another added, "Is the director more important than Michael? Why is she cancelled after assaulting the director of Adulk, but not for abusing Michael?" This suggests the abuse to Michael was minimized. It was difficult for people to comprehend that Angela had punched the director, not a member of the cast or some random crew member, but the director in charge of overseeing the show. Meanwhile, TLC didn't waste any time, quickly issuing a statement indicating that they were looking into the incident. But you know what that meant. It's a business statement indicating that we're panicking and attempting to determine our next course of action. The network has been benefiting greatly from Angela's viewership for some time now, but insiders are speculating that this may be the end for Angela on 90 Day Fiancé. The fan base is polarized on this issue. Some believe that Angela's behavior has been out of control for far too long and that this punch is the last straw, while others think that this is classic. Angela, these people adore her fiery nature, and strangely enough, they believe that this punch is just another wild episode in Angela's lengthy history of erratic behavior. They don't justify her actions, but they do sort of say, well, that's just Angela being Angela now. If you've been following Angela, you know that she has a history of blowing up, so this isn't the first time. How could we possibly forget her outburst against Michael's family?
For Michael, I feel very sympathetic for him because it's as if Angela is treating him like a child. But once he's not here in Nigeria, he's over there, nobody to run to, nobody to discuss his pain with. That is my fear.
She literally said, I'm not going to be the wife. So guess what? You're not going to be my aunt. I'm sorry she has to kiss her husband's ass. I'm not.
I love her so much.
I know you love her. But her attitude.
The whole thing raises the question of why TLC allowed her to stay for such a long time. The answer is straightforward. This time, TLC may have to accept that they can't continue to ignore Angela's outbursts. If they allow her to get away with it, what message does that send to the rest of the cast and the fans? Things could get even messier. There have already been rumors that the director may file charges. Angela is a walking, talking drama machine, and viewers tune in to see what crazy things she's going to do next. Can you possibly believe that, on top of everything else, Angela would face legal issues? Depending on how serious it is, it might not only harm her reality TV career, but also have long-term consequences for her, such as fines, potential jail term, and legal disputes. Everything is up for grabs if this filmmaker chooses to move forward with things. But for now, this is where we are. Angela's 90 Day Fiancé's future is very uncertain. With all the drama surrounding Angela's punch and possible legal trouble, fans are wondering if she has finally crossed a line that even TLC can't ignore. What do you think? Has Angela finally gone too far this time? Or will she somehow manage to pull herself back? As always, don't forget to like this video and press the subscribe button for more tea on 90 Day Fiancé. I'd love to hear comments on this crazy circumstance, so please leave a comment below.